Hold up. Is it still available? The video's still available.
It was my wife's.
Huh?
It was my wife's.
Is it still available? I bought a bookshelf off Gumtree. The fact that that's all one dude operating the puppet and doing the voice at the same time. Impressive. Most impressive. So, yeah. Back to MK. And we are here with Holup. Is this still available? Is it still available? So, this one was requested on our Discord, and some people keep asking us to react to some very off-the-wall MK videos, and I'm just like, all right. I mean, I got nothing better to do. Plus, I enjoy MK's videos, although they're sometimes can be a bit much, especially if it's one of the like. I want the, what was it? It was a heartwarming one, or what was it called? It was the one that the one that you liked. It was like
oddly satisfying.
Oddly satisfying. Yes, yeah. I want more of those. I'd love more of those because oddly satisfying ones are usually like cute stuff and stuff that I can just be like, oh, that is awesome. Whereas these right here usually make me go,
what is wrong with me?
Why? What is going on with the world? Why? Anyway, so we have here r/Holup. Is this still available? Let's check it out. Here we go. Damn it.
I have a customer support question. Do you guys still make these? You know, that's completely fair. Do they? Did they respond? See, it's stuff like this that makes me like the show. How'd you know you were bulletproof? I didn't. I just knew that you weren't. You mean the dialogue or the oily naked man?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, both. I'm gonna say both. Everybody likes the oily naked man, and the dialogue is also good too. So there you go. What you crave in a relationship is what you lacked in your childhood. I'm figuring this shit out. Definitely didn't lack in my childhood, but okay. I would really hope. You know what? I'm gonna stop myself right there, and instead I'm gonna say, hey, mkshop.com, code boobin at checkout. Star Wars The Force Awakens. An interracial couple gets chased by a man with a burning cross. Well, they're not a couple. Wait,
they're not a couple.
Weren't, right? Hello?
That's the thing. Because of how haphazard they were with the storytelling in the new sequel trilogy, there's no telling on what is and what is not. I mean, forget the how bad the story beats are with each individual film. You're supposed to be telling an overarching plot, and you fail at that when you literally, in the middle of liftoff into the second film, just shoot down any resemblance of a cohesive story that overarches into 3 films. Anyway.
Oh, I haven't lost my virginity because I never lose. Well, then don't consider it lost. Consider it on loan, you know? Leased. Borrowed. Don't consider it lost. Island Boys, Fly Soldier comes out as gay after making incest content with brother. You know?
The fuck?
These dudes are just desperate to stay famous. That's the thing. They've spent so much money and so much time fucking themselves up, like getting their teeth done, getting all these stupid, ridiculous tattoos, and spending all this money on shit to make themselves look like they're primo gangster motherfuckers. But these boys are soft as tissue paper. These boys...
Tin plywood.
Yeah, these boys ain't got anything to offer the world.
Figure it out.
Huh?
Figure it out after the tin plywood.
Yeah.
If you want to say one insult from Letterkenny, I might as well say another one.
Yeah. But the whole deal is these guys are fake. They got fake teeth, they got tats out the ass, they got fake jewelry, fake accounts, fake everything. These guys are if Enzo Amore was self-aware. Jesus.
One of these days, I'm gonna get really mad at the people that make me read headlines like this for a living. But hey, at the very least, unlike some, I do get paid to read it. So, there are a bunch of people out there that do not, but I get to take solace in the fact that I do. I crapped on my girl's parents' bed during sex. Help!
Jesus.
What am I supposed to do about it? How do you want me to help with the situation, dude? In 2012, after his girlfriend broke up with him, a Chicago man bought a car for $500 in her name and abandoned it, illegally parked at an airport. The car accumulated over $100,000 in parking fines, which the city demanded his ex-girlfriend pay.
Damn. Although
That's petty.
that's fraud as well.
Yeah.
Because look, he bought the car in her name, but here's the thing:
That
he's not
shouldn't be
technically.
possible to
Well,
do.
technically, he can't do. Well, you can do that if you go to a shitty enough dealer, but you legally can't do that. And if they find out about it, then the law will literally like rip the bark off your ass over it.
You know, I do have a strange question. How do you buy a car in someone else's name? How do you register a car in someone else's name? Because I don't think that, sure, you can buy a car. You can buy a car cash, whatever. You know, you take $500, you go buy a car. Right, whatever.
Well, actually, the funny thing is, there's like some dealers out there, you don't even have to give them a real name. For instance, there was a wrestler back in, I think, the 70s or 80s. His name was, his wrestling name was Dick Murdoch, and he was really popular throughout the American South. And his name is like Lester Hugh, I think's his name, but everyone knew him as Dick Murdoch. He went to a dealer, and next thing you know, the dealer writes him out a car, you know everything, and gets him issued under the name Dick Murdoch. But here's the problem: Dick Murdoch doesn't exist on paper anywhere. So if the bill collector
get pulled over and they try to check your registration, you're gonna end up getting in a lot of trouble.
Oh, potentially, but at the same time, is like the thing is that I think it was Pedro Morales who opened up the loan under Dick Murdoch's name, and Pedro Morales' name is on the registration. So it's weird how they did it, but yeah, basically that guy got a car for free.
The problem, the real disconnect for me here is how do you then register that car in someone else's name? You see, when I went to register my car recently, I needed all of my identification. I did not have the choice to register it in my mom's name or my roommate's name. I can only do it in mine. So, I know that this story has always probably been bull to a certain extent.
My car is registered in my dad's name, but that's because I've been with him when he bought it. And he's the one that bought it.
So this is the context. He parked it in 2009 whilst they dated in 2008 when the car was purchased. So, all right.
Oh, so he didn't just go out and buy it after they broke up. He
Yeah.
took the car that was in her name and
However, I'm serious. In Illinois, are you allowed to just register a car under anyone's name you want? Did he somehow have all...
Also, they basically forgot to did a shitty job censoring her first name, and they censored her last name here, but they didn't censor it up here, or his last name here. So Jennifer Fitzgerald and some dude Prevost.
All of her documents in order to do it? How did this work? Man spends $16,000 to become a dog. Now worries if people think he's weird. It's admittedly not the most common hobby around. Wait, it's just a hobby? So at the end of the day, does he go back to being Jeff? Or is he permanently a dog? I need to hear more about this story. Either way, look at the little guy. I always told people I met Michael Jackson. But now that I found the picture, man, what the hell? Who the hell was this? I have no idea.
An imitator.
Honestly, I don't know why you thought it was Michael. I don't know why. Mom didn't see anything wrong with these throw pillows she just bought. Oh, what's wrong with the flowers? They're so lovely. Maybe your mom doesn't see anything wrong with it because she's not a prude-ass bitch like yourself. You ever thought of that? Tupac and Jada Pinkett, Valentine's Day, 1992. A bullet Tupac actually dodged.
Oh, wow, dude. Also, I think it's actually bullshit that Jada Pinkett Smith admitted to Will Smith, like, if Tupac were still alive, I would not be with you.
Yep, that's fucked up.
Like, how fucked up of a human being do you have to be? Like, but I'm just being myself. It's like, hey, Jada, you realize that Will could have fucked... During the 90s and the 2000s, Will Smith could have gone out and fucked any woman he wanted to. Any woman. Because there's not a single woman on this earth during the 90s and the 2000s that would not... Like, a straight woman who would not have fucked Will Smith. Who would not have. He could have been a piece of shit and done that stuff. But because he loved you, he didn't do that. Because he didn't do that, he basically, just, sut it up because he loved you. And this is how you treat him. You're a piece of shit.
You know,
I'm
not making any goddamn jokes about anything involving these people. Nope, found.
What, you're afraid you're gonna get slapped? What, Will Smith's gonna come through the fucking screen and slap you? I don't give a shit. Let Will Smith try to slap me. I actually know how to defend myself.
Large cat was on my porch this morning. The cat ate 3 big cans of tuna. Was muddy from traveling, so I gave him a bath. If you know of anyone who's missing a tabby in or around Niles, tell them to PM.
That's Panther.
Me.
What timing?
You two knock it off.
Critics.
Daggone.
Critics.
What
I
in
run
the...
the drum set.
What the hell are they doing? God dang it. You stop it. Both of you stop it. Hey, I see you, Vega. I see you, Bilbo. Yeah. Vega. Come here. Come here. You don't go limp. Don't go limp on me. Let's pick your ass up. Your kitty, sir.
Somebody misbehaving.
Oh, that kitty misbehaving. The kitty is misbehaving. That kitty is misbehaving, and he's in trouble now. That kitty is misbehaving. Oh, Vega is a good boy until he tries to fight. But then he becomes a bully and chases everyone in sight.
Undilate your pupils. Calm yourself.
Oh, Vega, Vega, Vega boy, Vega.
Just the timing that we have that cat on the screen and we hear wow. Looks funny to me.
God.
Yeah, that is a mountain lion.
That is a mountain lion, yes.
At least it hasn't killed them.
Oh, exactly, and it probably could.
That has to be fake, though. I don't think they actually just found that and thought it was a regular cat. I think that's a rescue mountain lion, most likely. It's like, this is a rescue kitty. You leave Bilbo alone if I let you go. Back to the...
I guess.
And do it fast, please. Hello, police? Okay, come on, you got me with that one. I was gonna say no.
Yeah, this is some Dead by Daylight shit, because that's Tap and Leon.
It was sad to me how many people didn't realize it was Dead by Daylight when I saw it.
Detective Tap and Leon.
Way in hell the police were taking him away, but then I remembered that if there was going to be a police officer that could take in Michael Myers, it's probably Leon, all right? It's probably gonna be him.
Leon and Detective Tap. Give Tap his flowers, brother. He deserves it too.
Out of everybody. And maybe Chris. Irish midget pretending
Tap
to be a
did
leper.
Get his throat slit by Jigsaw, though, so.
Be him.
Didn't die from it, but he did, you know, try to take down a serial killer and got his throat cut originally, so.
Yeah, but then he did get shot by, you know, someone who was, like, working for Jigsaw. Spoilers.
Out of everybody.
If you haven't seen them movies by now, man, it's kind of out of spoiler season for those.
True.
Maybe Chris. Irish midget pretending to be a leprechaun fooled over 40 women into having sex with him in exchange for his pot of gold. Okay.
I don't believe you.
I was going to say, I just go back to Father Ted and the Milkman bit. Have you ever heard of Father Ted? Father Ted is basically about this Catholic priest who was pretending to be a Catholic priest, but truth be told, he was actually an atheist. But he was pretending to be a Catholic priest so that he could take advantage of being a Catholic priest and get like discounts and stuff like that, and have a place to live and all that. So basically, he was just being a dick, and he still has to do communal work for the community because, you know, he's a priest, and that's what priests are supposed to do. So when he found out that the milkman was going around and like shagging a bunch of like the old ladies and like the women while their husbands were away at work, he got the milkman fired. But they needed someone to replace the milkman, so he brings in another priest to be the milkman. And whenever the dude shows up at the front door of these places, these women are still expecting it to be the milkman to just like come and have sex with them. So they like come to the front door butt like stark naked, and the priest opens the door, and all of a sudden he's like, they open the door and they're like, "Father, oh my God!" And then he's like, and the thing is, this priest is so mentally like inept, he doesn't realize that these women are naked completely, and he's like, 2 pints, two pints. And she grabs the milk and like uses it to cover her tits, and he's just like, "All right, I'll see you later," and then turns around and just like does like a jauntily little skip. And then we find out later that the milkman's pissed off about it. He's rigged the milk float, the milk delivery truck to explode if it goes above a certain speed limit. So basically, it's a parody of Speed, and it is friggin' hilarious. I love that bit so much.
What is that from?
Father Ted. It's one of the best Irish comedies of all time. I watched about 4 or 5 episodes of it, dude. I couldn't stop myself from laughing. I wanted to watch more, but I couldn't find any more on I forget what service I was using, but yeah. Anyway,
if you, as an adult woman, if you fall for a guy pretending to be a leprechaun who promises that he's going to share his end of the rainbow pot of gold with you, I'm sorry, I feel like that's fair game. If that's what you actually fell for. Miracle virgin birth. What? A miracle has been reported in South Texas last Tuesday. Adelaide Burke, 18, allegedly became pregnant, carried the baby to term, and given birth to a healthy baby boy. What's so miraculous about that, you ask? Here's a twist. Adelaide claims that she's never had any kind of sexual contact with a man before. Okay. It's a blessing from God Almighty, that's what it is. My Addie has never had a boyfriend, never slept a single night outside of our house, and never even been... Well, if that's true,
I'm worried about that child.
Just keep telling yourself that.
Well, no, I'm worried that if that's the case and she hasn't, then I'm worried that whoever is in the house, whether it be, you know, an uncle, a father, a brother. That's where my mind's at, and I'm just like, I'm very worried about this child or about the child. And
I'd say it's more likely that she was chaperoned by a family friend that didn't really keep that close of an eye on her.
Probably.
Kind of let her have her own love life.
But also, yeah, I'm just. The thing is, I know someone who's like born of incest, and me and Chad have had the debate. It's just like the dude's like stable enough. The dude is like got a decent enough mind. But he's having kids of his own, and there's people who are saying that he should be like have a vasectomy so that the chance of his inbreeding spreading doesn't get out there. It's just like, but he's not getting with someone who is of the like this is he's marrying someone who is like not related to him in the slightest. So I think it'll balance out. I think it'll be enough to escape that. But anyway, yeah.
I think the police need to be mega involved here. Or
I do
just,
too.
I don't know, the
Oh, and 5 older brothers. Oh, could not be reached for comment. No.
FBI Soba. He, here, Culinary Institute of America, lives in Noodle. About me. Insta. NT ramen is my guilty pleasure. What does NT stand for? I'm uncultured. Snap. The ramen so it fits in my pot. TikTok is my favorite place to search for the next ramen to cook. My weird but true story is my phone always autocorrects human to ramen. Oh, women will never know the dread of when your dick touches the inside of the toilet bowl.
Oh, God. Oh, I hate that feeling.
Oh, yeah? Well, men will never know what it feels like to have a fart creep forward and go up inside your vagina, and then you gotta do a weird bend to re-fart your fart. You know? Never thought about that?
I just got a message saying, hey, that's fucked up. And we lost the battery.
Shit, my bad.
It always happens. Damn it. There it is. Okay, but yeah, when your dong touches the inside of the toilet bowl, you basically like whenever that happens, I stand up and I just vigorously wash my junk because I'm just like, ugh. But I've never had a fart. Like I will say this: I've had a fart creep forward and like exit the front, like go between my balls and like around my balls and like exit out the front. That's happened before, but I've never had yeah, that's a bit much. I don't have a vagina, so.
That one before, and I don't like the idea of re-farting a fart. That doesn't seem right. Who would win in a fight? Remy. I hate this debate.
Remy.
He's a street rat. He would absolutely clobber Stewart with his bare hands. Stewart hasn't worked for anything in his life. Remy knows the struggle. Stewart is a little bitch.
Damn. Someone's thought a lot about this. I mean, Stewart is a mouse, so he will be a lot smaller than Remy, so that's proof 1 right there.
Also true.
Also, Stewart's family is fucking rich. That
Yeah.
house, look, I'm pretty sure that house is not real. But if it was, it would probably cost like $100 million.
Easily. Jesus. In New York? Look at that.
Okay? It's across the street from Central Park. It's in the middle of downtown freaking Manhattan. I mean, I say downtown Manhattan like that's not... what would be the term? I mean, you know what? For lack of better terminology, it's a duh moment. You can't be anywhere but downtown when you're in Manhattan. Regardless, though, I do have to give 1 point to Stewart. Stewart has a car, and if he gets the drop on Remy, he could absolutely run his ass over.
Or a plane. He could cut him up with the plane.
The entire battle from the get-go. Actually, wait a minute. Stewart also has a plane, to
Yeah.
my knowledge. Sure, it's a little messed up and might need some repair, but he's got a plane and a boat! Dropped my kid off for the first day of school and noticed this. All right, let's take a look. We've got lessons, scissors, felt squares, rubber bands, drawing paper, bookmarks, and of course, wait. Oh, come on, there ain't no goddamn way. There's no way.
No.
Hey,
That's
super glue.
Photoshop.
That has to be.
GPS tracker to bicycle. Leave it unlocked in front of my apartment, wait for people to steal it. Chase them in my car, get out and kick their ass, take their wallets, repeat. I make $800 a month doing this, or...
Damn. That is kind of a dick move, but at the same time, hey, they did steal your bike.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're basically, like, finding people who are outing themselves as pieces of shit to rob, like, that way.
That's true.
I guess.
I wish that would have happened.
Kind of becoming, like, Robin Hood, like, to an extent. Like, you're not really Robin Hood because he steals from the rich, like...
Instead, you're stealing, you're basically being more of a vigilante.
Sort of like the Dexter of, like, small thieves.
Dexter of petty theft.
Yeah, the Dexter of petty theft.
I would say, you know, I really wish that someone would have done, like, this guy would run into Jake Gyllenhaal's character from Nightcrawler. You ever seen that movie? Nightcrawler? Jesus. It basically, I look at that as Harvey Levin's origin story. You know, the dude who owns and runs TMZ. I see that as his origin story. So, yeah, I don't...
I would. What would actually be better now that you said something about that?
What's that?
As if he was actually doing all this while wearing a Batman costume.
Yeah.
Like, Batman kicked my ass and took the bike I stole.
Yeah.
And my wallet.
And then, of course...
took your wallet, dude? Yeah, Batman stole my wallet.
Oh, dude. Dude, you want to know the weirdest thing? You remember those superheroes that were legally able to roam the streets in certain places? Yeah, I'm not joking about this. They were called, I think, the Rain City Defenders. Hold on. Rain City Superhero... There it is. Yeah, the Rain City Superhero Movement. Yeah, between 2011 and 2014, they were costumed activists who described themselves as a crime-fighting brigade. And basically, they were led by a man named Phoenix Jones. Yes, this man, Phoenix Jones. He is a MMA fighter, and he basically just went around and just, you know, acted as a vigilante. And he's also he also is.
I thought being a vigilante was illegal pretty much everywhere.
It was not up until, let's see, it was not in where they were. I think it was Washington State. They were in Washington State, and Seattle, Washington. There it is. And they were legally allowed to do that because where Washington is a stand your ground state, they could legally fight people on the streets and actually, like, take them down.
So the best way to prevent getting mistaken for a criminal by the police is to wear a super suit.
Yeah, but he did this for a while, and gosh, I remember when this was a thing, and I remember when he had his mask on and everything. I remember Beeman saw this, and Beeman could not stop himself from laughing his ass off. And Beeman was just like, "Man, that ain't Batman. That's Black Man." He just show up, big old afro blown out. He's like, "I'm Black Man." It's like, damn, Beeman. Oh, that was funny. That was some good shit back in the day. Anyway.
Sorry, I made $800 in a month doing this, and now you told the world. Good job. Consent condom requires 4 hands to open, making powerful statement about consent.
That's very, what's the word I'm looking for? That's very, that's not very inclusive of people who are missing arms. I'm offended. I'm offended on behalf of people who don't have arms.
Oh, for the love of...
Oh, no. They had to ruin it. They had to ruin it.
God, I'm tired of this image. Murdered someone.
I was just kind of thinking, like, what makes you think that people that don't care about consent are going to use a condom in the first place? Like,
isn't that the magic of it? I mean, it makes a powerful statement about it. It's just like, you assume that the people who are not looking for consent would ever want to use it. Dude, what? Also, isn't there, like, at every gas station, like, condoms readily available and stuff like that? I mean, ones that you don't require, you know, like 2 pairs of hands to open.
I guess the good news is, like, if you use that 4-handed condom, like, and then a chick decides she regrets it afterwards and decides to tell people bullshit about how she didn't actually really want to, and be like, that's bullshit, she helped me open the condom.
No, and I get that. I think that's the point.
It's like one of those, like, love contracts that Dennis like, talks about.
Yeah, and Chappelle had one too. Chappelle had a skit about that too back in the day.
The love contract.
Yeah, except for him, it was the donut, like.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that his was called the love contract, and Dennis is not. Like, it was basically the same concept.
I can't remember.
So I remember Chappelle being like, the love contract, you know?
Yeah, it's like, if you have an interaction with someone that doesn't go your way, this contract will legally stop people from telling them how bad you are in bed.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just happened. I'm kind of worried. Will management find out and be angry? Look, it really depends on where you work, okay? If you work at Lowe's, they're probably not going to be happy that you murdered someone. If you... Oh, Tesco. See? They're probably going to mind that you murdered someone. They're not going to like that. Now, if you worked in, say, a Waffle House, they're going to take it as a badge of honor and probably give you a raise.
Yeah.
But that's not where you are, and I'm sorry. Zuckerberg versus Musk. Dana White confirms proposed $1 billion super fight between tech titans could take place at the Colosseum in Rome after talks with Italian Minister of Culture. No, I'm pretty sure that a lot of that was figured to be bullshit. Man, imagine being so rich that you could just go, hey, how about for like a measly $1 billion we fight at the Roman fucking Colosseum?
Yeah, well, the thing is, they've said that all the money will go to charity, like however much is raised from the event, which, yeah, in spite of what you think, is more of a tax write-off for the 3 big people involved, for Elon, Mark, and for the UFC. It'd be a big tax write-off, and that would basically guarantee, like, they would not have to pay X amount in taxes. So, and they have, the talks have, I haven't heard anything much, but from what I understand, Elon and Mark are both still in on wanting to do it. I mean, from what I understand.
I thought I'd heard that Elon was kind of like, I was just mostly kidding.
No, he's gestured about it multiple times on X, talking about just how it, how, like, his training and everything. If the fight goes more than 5 minutes, he will lose. He's like, yeah, if it goes more than 5 minutes, I know I'm basically going to get destroyed. Whereas Zuckerberg's a lot younger, like, I guarantee, and plus he's been actively training a lot longer than Elon. I guarantee, like, Elon has the size advantage. Elon's like 6'1", 6'2", and weighs about 230 to 240, whereas Zuckerberg is like 5'8", 5'9", and weighs about 180 pounds.
He has that lizard man strength.
It wouldn't surprise me. But anyway, yeah. But honestly, if this fight does happen, I'm gonna watch it. You know why? Because it has my interest. That's all I gotta say. But I don't think it will take place in the Coliseum. I think there's just too much, like, that there'd be too many things that would be preventing it from happening.
Right.
Also, did you hear the fact that they're talking about recompleting the Roman Colosseum now that they've actually figured out the secret of Roman concrete? Yeah, they figured it out, and they're like, now that we know this, we can rebuild the Roman Colosseum. And I'm like, dude, awesome, do it. I think that'd be amazing if you could rebuild that classic structure back to its original format, because where part of it got destroyed in, I think it was World War II, that's actually like a very sad thing that happened. Like, this amazing structure that stood for thousands of years just getting destroyed like that. I'd like to see it recompleted. But anyway.
Even if it's bullshit, which I'm pretty sure it is, I feel like damn near every single detail about their alleged fight, except for the fact that they both wanted it to happen. Sorry, just Zuckerberg wanted it to happen. I think every other detail has been complete f***ing bullshit. Complete garbage, and man, it has been embarrassing to see Musk talk about it. Yeah, sure, buddy, sure. Ugh, man, what a joke. How in the world can you be so pathetic that you got me thinking that Zuckerberg is the cool guy here? Which, remember, if this fight ever does take place, it's either going to happen after like a decade of Musk somehow training and actually getting ready, because, you know, there's no way he's going to win now. If he fights the man now, he's going to die. That actually might be kind of cool. I'd pay for that pay-per-view. Florida woman doused herself in Mountain Dew to erase DNA after killing roommate. Oh.
Didn't work, did it?
Okay.
Erase DNA. I was going to say, there's one guarantee that you can do that will negate all DNA on your body. Do you know what that is? Ammonia. But again, that's ammonia. That's like there are people who go to there are people who professional killers use it, like if they ever like get cut, or you know they like something breaks their skin and they like bleed somewhere. They like patch it up, and then they get out the ammonia, and then they spray it to basically make the DNA collection impossible.
How do you know that?
Reasons.
Don't know where she read that Mountain Dew negates DNA sampling. Some little white girl between 8 and 10 in Starbucks just looked up at me and said, "Whoa, a beautiful chocolate man." And her dad literally grabbed her arm and said, "Emily, what the f*** is the matter with you?"
That's good parenting. Wow, a beautiful chocolate man. I guarantee. Well, that's the thing. If someone looked up at me and like, "Wow, look at this big caramel bear just standing next to me," I'd just be like, "Aw, thanks, honey."
To be fair, that probably took everyone in the immediate vicinity by surprise, Dad included. You were clearly like, "What the fuck?" And Dad was like, "Oh my god, there's no way." Where the hell did she get that terminology? How do Mom and Dad talk at home? Wait, could it be Grandma? The Orgone Accumulator was a device sold in the 1950s. Its inventor claimed it allowed a person sitting inside to attract, or is it orgone, whatever, a massless healing energy. When the FDA was investigating the device, they noted that one purchaser, a college professor, knew it was phony but found it helpful because his wife sat quietly in it for 4 hours every day.
So basically, it's a solitary confinement thing that basically guarantees like healing energy. Yeah, it's the same thing with these damn vibrations from these magical stones and stuff like that. If you believe it, cool. And if it works for you and helps your mental health, cool. But don't try and make it anything more than what it is. It's bullshit. That's just like...
It's like just sitting there on your phone like as a annoyed husband, just being like, "Huh, new study shows talking too much can lead to an increased risk of throat cancer." And the wife's just like,
"Oh my gosh, I need to tell all my friends about this." It's like, can you text them? Not call them? Can you text them? But yeah, I don't know. It's like Terrence Howard. You know, Terrence Howard says that after doing mathematical equations, like these new mathematical equations, he's discovered that zero does not exist. You know, the concept of zero? He's like, the concept of zero does not exist. And I and my fellow intellectuals have come up with a new gel that allows people to fly. And it's like, and he had it in this like glass flask. He's just like, "We have extracted some, and here it is for the world to see. This we call aero fluid because it allows you to fly, and we will reveal the secret of it whenever someone invests $1 billion into our company." It's like, yeah, Terrence Howard has lost his goddamn mind. That's all I gotta say. He has lost his ever-loving mind.
I have no idea who that is.
Original roadie from Iron Man. You remember? Also, You remember Hustle and Flow?
No.
What about
I
Empire?
heard the name of it. Nope.
Well, Terrence Howard's lost his mind. Anyway, enough about that.
Haha, wife bad. Boomer humor, wife bad. Me no likey my wifey. Okay, you see, the boomers find it funny when they let the world know that they fucking hate their spouse. They absolutely despise their goddamn spouse. Over here in
Much like how you despise boomers. Much like how you despise
Elon Musk.
Yeah. Much like how you despise Elon Musk. Much like how you despise. It's weird how that works. Yeah, it's almost a little hypocritical.
reality, though, us actual grown-ups know that while communicating can be hard sometimes, neither one of you would be wrong to say, you know, I feel.
I don't think this is a thing against boomers. I think this is a thing against like, it's just how ridiculous things are. You know, people are going to look at our time. You know, people 50 years from now are going to look at our time, and they are going to judge us just as harshly as we are judging the previous generations. That's what's going to happen. And I guarantee you, if MK's videos are still up, people are going to be hearing Robin going off like this, and they're just going to be like, can you believe how aggressive that this person is against these people whom he's never met? Can you believe that he is actually that, you know, that, like, angry? And also the fact that it's a meme, that he's getting angry over a meme that honestly holds no bearing over his actual life, but instead he's going to get pissed about it because, you know, he thinks that he's going to actually say something relevant.
Like, we should just get some alone time, you know? What if I, like, travel to a train convention and you go hit the beach or something like that for the next week? We'll take a vacation from each other. Woo, you know, I feel like a couple of grown-ass adults would probably, at the end of the day, be okay with just, I don't know, not being together every second of every fucking moment of every day. It's normal. I feel like boomers never learn to actually be honest with each other, because if the husband is honest, he's gay, and if the wife is honest, nag, nag, nag. Like, Jesus Christ, your generation is pretty sad, and that's coming from a millennial. What's the Caucasian way to... Wow, hold on. Did I just say Caucasian? What's the Caucasian way to say you got me messed up? Newsflash, buddy. I don't understand how... I don't know. That one, it doesn't seem right to me.
No, you got me fucked up is I've heard plenty of, like, white people say that. I've heard plenty of white people say that. I don't understand what the...
Me, but still cute enough, I suppose. Bruh, not Officer Biscuit, too. What? Tennessee cop...
I think you got me fucked up is probably like, you gotta be kidding me or something like that.
Well, no, you got me fucked up is basically just like, it's like, dude, you blew my mind, or something like that.
Hall breaks her silence after being fired over sex scandal. I did say no. What the hell is the picture of the dog there for? Who did this? Which one of you? Who put the picture of the dog up in here? When you meet his family and his dad says he's seen you before but can't remember where. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, plenty of young men are well aware of who the fuck that is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest. I mean, I always thought she was alright, like 8 out of 10. But then you find out her personality and just like how dumb she is. It's like 5 out of 10. That's literally what it is. Just like, I value intelligence and I value like the ability to like critically think as well whenever it comes to being able to like be in a relationship. And I value that. I value the intelligence very highly. But good God, like there's a level that you just get to where you're just like, can I not exist anymore right now? Can I just like not be here, please? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Man, I don't really have anything to add here. I don't. I get it. Haha. Laugh emoji. We're just gonna move this direction now. Several nurses at a main hospital are pregnant at the same time.
God God dang it.
Oh my God. You know, I liked that show when I was a kid. I did. And it's funny because why would a kid be watching that? When I say a kid, I was a teen. Who gives a shit? But man, I feel like I'm on Facebook. My best friend beat me up because I shat all over him during sex. Now he's threatening to tell my girlfriend that I cheated.
That has got to be one of the weirdest statements I have ever heard in my entire life. My best friend beat me up because I shat all over him during sex. Now he's threatening to tell my girlfriend that I cheated.
What? Hold on! Wait a minute! My aunt called me crying and I asked what's wrong. She said God is too good. She kept saying God is too good. She crying louder. So I asked her what was wrong and she gonna say, you know what? I owe the landlord $5,600 in rent. You remember that? I told her yeah, and she said, she just died. God is good. Oof. Well, I really hope that whoever takes over for that landlord does not still come for you, man. In 2015, a Chinese man was in shock when all 17 of his girlfriends turned up to the hospital at once after they saw he'd been involved in an accident on the local news. None of them were aware of each other, and some had been dating Mr. Yuan for years. It's the last name.
Wow.
How the hell do you maintain 17 girlfriends?
My guess...
not have any of them realize the others exist? How is that even remotely possible?
My guess is the fact that he's rich, and he has at least 5 houses in different provinces in China.
Like, each of them has to live like in a different area.
He probably has like a house in Shanghai and Shenzhen, Beijing. He's probably got one near Hong Kong. He's probably got one in Macau. He's probably got all these bitches
his
on.
memory, though, to like remember, like to say the right names and stuff. To not actually.
If he's a smart businessman, then he's got a good mind for shit.
It's really impressive, but he's still a piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit. I'm not like, look, game respects game, but that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, look, I'm not gonna say. Well, okay, I have been dating someone before. And then we broke up, and we were still screwing. We were still, engaging in that. But I was looking to date other people, and I went on a date with another person, while me and my ex were still having fun. That's the thing. In some relationships, whenever the relationship ends, you still remain sort of fuck buddies, aka friends with benefits, and I had that happen, and I was trying to date someone else, and I remembered she called me up, and she's just like, I saw this girl, I saw like you were tagged in a post on Facebook. What the hell? I'm like, what do you mean what the hell? Like I went on a date, and we had fun, and she's like, but what about me? It's like we're not dating anymore. Remember, you said you didn't want to be like a couple anymore, and she's like, what about that? I'm like, you said that we could still do this and have fun and all that, but the thing is, man, relationships are weird, but I could never imagine stringing along 17 different women at the same time. That's impossible for me, dude. That takes an amount of just mental insanity, like literal insanity and mental fortitude that I can't even fathom.
I butchered, but that's okay. I'm doing my best here. And damn, 17. This guy is probably aging significantly faster than most of us due to all of the stress of keeping all of this hush-hush. Jeez, man. How's your Monday, unknown social media manager person? I think I'm depressed. LMAO. Hi, Vicky here, managing director of socials for Amazon Prime Video. Apologies for the last message. That was an accident and will not be happening again. They shot...
You gotta peek behind the veil. You gotta peek behind the veil, brother.
Him right at his damn desk.
Oh, you gotta peek behind the veil of just like the truth.
That's just really, really sad because they probably fired the depressed guy. Now he's probably even more depressed, possibly even to the point of doing something stupid,
Yeah, that's.
I hope he's alright.
I hope so too.
Hope you're alright. Depressed Amazon
Godspeed,
Prime
whoever.
guy.
Godspeed, whoever that is. That
Or depressed ex-Amazon Prime guy.
Yeah,
because you
but dude-
probably don't work for them anymore.
But dude, come on, man. I mean, this is just honesty. I mean, can't we just express ourselves honestly? Must we maintain the veil of, like, if someone comes at you with a real question like that and you give a real response, I don't think you should be punished for that. I don't. If anything, that builds rapport with this person that basically is just like, yeah, I'm depressed too. You know what? Let me help you buy some shit so you're not depressed anymore. And maybe if I can help you with that, it will help me not to be depressed anymore. Boom! Next thing you know, you're both a little bit better. You're both a little bit better because you helped each other.
They killed the man. Drake reportedly shuts down restaurant for dinner with 18-year-old model Bella Harris. Let's see here. Let's see. Born April 20th, 2000.
Yeah. This is why whenever people, like, talked about the Millie Bobby Brown situation, you know, people were just like, oh, he wouldn't do that. He's done it before. He's done it before.
Okay, then. B20. Heard you can screw watermelons. Buy personal watermelon. Cuts a round hole. Starts screwing watermelon. Took like 40 minutes. Not much better than fapping. Felt shame. Buried melon in a shallow grave. Come summertime, that melon grew in the backyard. Family eats them. You don't want any melon, Anon? No. Never had watermelon since.
Moving on.
Sure. Most of Robert Liston's surgeries, from amputations to tumor removals, were done in just 5 minutes. He also famously killed 3 people while performing surgery on a single person.
Excuse me?
Huh?
The only surgery to have a 300% death rate. An Asian MIT student asked AI to turn an image of her into a professional headshot. It made her white with lighter skin and blue eyes. That reminds me of that joke they had in that show.
That's fucked up, AI.
Wow. You see, that's a play on, like, playground AI being, you know, being just piece of shit. Piece of shit, yeah. God dang.
Woke, where the successful black comic artist, when they showed his photo initially for publicity, they made him whiter, and then after he did something that the public didn't like, they made him darker. Like, good God, it's getting insane. One sneeze.
It's always been insane, dude. Come on. The thing is, there's always going to be racist people out there who do racist shit. And the truth is, we have to point those people out, and we have to basically make sure they don't do shit like that anymore. But by basically pointing the finger at an incident like that and saying, see, everyone's accountable for this now. You see how stupid that is? That makes no sense. Instead, how about you find the person who did that and be like, dude, what the hell? Why did you specifically do that? Why did you do that? Instead of trying to be like, what is the cultural significance of this person, making the person on this, lighter skinned to make them more appealing? What does that say about racism in America? It's like, why do you have to, do such mental gymnastics to try and do leaps and bounds to get to something that doesn't fucking matter? The dude who did it is the one who should be punished. You don't have to go on and on about how, oh, we need to do a deep study on this as to why America is such a racist place or why the world is more racist now than it's ever been. Shut up. Point out racist individuals. That's what you need to do. God.
And my trainer's kids go flying into the air. What? Physics, am I right? Wait,
Fuck?
Yeah, I know, I saw
What are
that.
they talking about?
Oh, God, that took me a second.
She's saying she just sucked off her trainer?
Yes.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, I know, right?
Devoted wife continues to care for husband after traumatic brain injury, and so does her new husband. What? Kristen and James Armstrong posed for a family photo with Brandon Smith and their 3 children. Uh-huh, right? Me and your sock after eating the crunchy bits? Bro, what the f? Yep, yeah. God damn it. You buying this as the same person? This user has digitally manipulated the second image to enlarge the woman's breasts for some reason.
Why? To make the photo more appealing? I don't get it. Why?
Oh, the internet has become the worst thing we've ever invented. FBI raid at NSA employee's home reveals over 16 million pics. FBI agents have discovered an estimated 16 million pictures of men's genitals, also known as pics, during a raid on an NSA employee's home this weekend.
Oh.
I'm guessing that employee looks like a woman, so she must have been just collecting dick pics that were sent.
I don't care if it's a man or a woman, dude. Like, that's fucked up. The fact that you've collected... That's the thing. The NSA has full access to this. See, that's one thing y'all don't realize. The NSA has complete and total access to this thing at all given points. If you are using the cellular networks of this country, or hell, even if you send it over Wi-Fi, it is still going to them. The thing is, you just don't know what all is going to be collected, including pics of your bits, whether that be upper body, lower body, or from behind. Sheesh. You see, this is the thing about it. I've never understood the allure of taking pics like that. It's just like, oh my gosh, it's so risque. It's like, dude, it is so much more enjoyable in real life than it is over a fucking text message. Jesus Christ.
Taking a picture on my phone daily of my butthole so the NSA has to see that.
See, that's one way to punish. I guess that could be a way to punish him. But the thing is, I forget who said it, but there's a comedian who says, yeah, the bits do not, like, photograph well. That's the thing. Men who send pics like that, it doesn't photograph well. Why do you keep sending it? Is it a sick, like, people out there who do that shit? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's beyond me at this point.
And my dear, my darling honey bun, you need to realize that the internet out there, well, there's more than just 16 million pictures of dicks out there for you. You don't have to hoard other people's dick pics when you can just look them up for free. And then, when your home gets raided, no one gives because they're like, oh, you just like looking at pictures of It's pretty normal, I think. Country in Africa that starts with K. None of them begin with the letter K. The close...
Kenya, dude, what?
Is Kenya, which starts with a K sound, but is actually spelled with a K sound. Stop it.
God dang, Google, you can be dumb sometimes.
I don't like it. I went to 14 funerals in a year's span. All were homicides, too. Is you the killer?
Yeah, I know, right?
That's real.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Google is dumb. Kenya is in Africa.
Oh, you know why Google brings that up? Because what said it was ChatGPT.
Oh, it explains everything.
So you can't trust Google anymore because it's going to give you answers from shit like ChatGPT.
Oh, gosh. I don't...
Yeah, that sounds about right. Meet Jeff Dabe. He's had spectacular hands since birth. Wasn't this guy also like a champion arm wrestler? I mean...
Jeez Louise, look at the size of them things. The mitts, like, what are those, like a 5XL glove? Oh.
It feels almost like cheating because one of his fingers is thicker than my wrist, for crying out loud. And of course she would be pleased.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you look over at his wife's face and she's just like,
babe, can't I just like normally? She's like, no. Use the index finger this time. Oh.
Right? Woman with 9 months left to live asks husband if she can sleep with ex one last time. Well, that sure would be.
Nope. Be like, tell you what, honey, I got an idea. How's about we break up, and then you can sleep with them? Okay? How's that? That way I can start the road to recovery from, you know, your impending demise, and you can live the last few months of your life free and whatever you want to do.
A request to make, ain't that the truth? What do you consider your greatest sexual achievement? Haven't slept with my wife in over a year and still had a baby. Apparently sperm can survive
That has to be a joke.
for a long time in the uterus, and when this happens, the color of the baby's skin gets darker.
That's exactly how
Oh
it works.
man, when are we gonna stop that particular joke? Family of man eaten by bedbugs gets $4 million settlement, still fighting for reform at county jail. Yeah, I remember this happening. That's one of the scariest and most disgusting goddamn things I've ever heard in my entire life. It made me violently ill. I was just absolutely freaking sick. This is
Didn't know bed bugs could just fully eat a person.
They can, because they feed on dead skin. And
Thought they fed on blood.
huh?
I thought they sucked blood.
Well, they feed on basically whatever is left in the mattress. Let's see. Let me make doubly sure on that before I see. Do bed bugs eat dead skin? Do bed bugs eat dead skin? Can I process food or dead skin? Huh.
Nothing except blood. That's what I thought.
On the blood of animals. So there you go. Okay.
So they're kind of like ticks.
So the man was infested by so many bed bugs that it killed him, and they got a $4 million settlement. That is ridiculous.
They must have been so many bed bugs they just drained too much blood and he bled out.
and
So that would take
beyond
a lot of bed bugs.
No shit.
Because they're really small.
Yeah.
Like, so
Makes you wonder how many fucking bed bugs there were.
it's horrifying.
anything I could have imagined. Be me. 21, super straight male. Get horny one night and decide to use the local glory hole. Actually kinda enjoy it.
The glory
Halfway through, the person on the other
hole.
side moans. It's a guy's moan, realizing I've been sucking a man's this entire time.
It's just like that Sonny bit. It's like, say I picture a woman on the other side. And it's like, yes, but it's a dangerous game you're playing, Frank. And it's like, because 9 times out of 10, like, or it's like, say I pretend I was a woman on the other side. And it's like, what if they pretend that I'm a woman on the other side? How's he gonna do that with a dick in his mouth? I don't know. That's his problem.
Oh god, that reminds me. It's just like, okay, let me set a scenario for you. You know, you see a delicious sandwich on the other side of the room you haven't eaten in 2 days. Licks lips. Your best friend who's sitting beside you leans over and whispers in your ear, "Don't you ever lick my lips again."
Weird.
I know, that's so fucked up.
You idiot. God. Why don't you ask first? Adult superstar Johnny Sins joining James Gunn's Superman Legacy as Lex Luthor.
Okay then.
Is that real? Is that real? Hold on. It's not real. Thank God. Okay. All right. Response to the dumb rumor that Johnny Sins will be playing Lex Luthor. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, who's on the short list? I need to know. Okay. Oh, Skarsgård. I could see Skarsgård making a good one. Not Alex, but Peter Skarsgård. Nicholas Holt. What?
Been going for an hour on this video.
Shit. Superman Legacy is scheduled to open in theaters July 11th, 2025. Huh. Don't know. Anyway. Yeah.
Dude, if this man had the acting chops, which, I don't know, he might, we don't know. We've never seen him do anything but porno acting, if he really even has tried. But this feels like something that James Gunn would absolutely be game for if this guy brought a performance. If Johnny Sins showed up and put in the work, James Gunn would legitimately consider it.
You know, actually, I guarantee you there will be, after the film is made, there will be a parody version of it, a porn parody version of it, and guess who's going to play Lex Luthor? Guess who?
Oh, it's great. 84-year-old man fined $293,000 for possessing a German World War II tank that he kept in his basement. Why was he fined for it? It was just sitting in his basement.
Dude, that's great. Why? Why? It's a collector's piece.
Depends on where it was at in the walls, I guess.
And hang on, how big is this motherfucker's basement? Someone asked me for a
Gargantuan.
nude, so I sent them a really zoomed-in picture of Gordon Ramsay's forehead wrinkles and said it was my cleavage. Then they sent a wanking video, and now I'm in tears. Some guy just wanked over Gordon Ramsay's forehead. Thank you. That's great. I don't think Gordon Ramsay consented to this. Female tenant arrested for squeezing landlord's Okay, we read this in another dang video. Or I read it earlier in this one. I don't think I did. I don't know. My brain's not really working. I'm still confused, okay? Be me, 16, have a GF of 2 years, always been self-conscious of her cheating on me, decide to make a fake account and hit her up on Snapchat. She doesn't suspect a thing. Eventually convinced to trade nudes. She loves it and sends pics of her ass and tits. She tells me how she would go behind her boyfriend's back and screw me whenever she could. Still going on. I don't know if I should tell her or keep going. Well, I think that you should tell her.
Damn.
I don't know why you would keep going with this. That seems kind of odd. Yeah, I would tell her. Yeah. Thought I was looking at a butt for a minute. All right, hold on. Give me a
Yeah. That's someone's leg and their arm is over.
Yeah, first glance it looks like
And there's
a
the foot.
huge, thick booty.
I did too. And the camera trick or something.
Oh, I see. Yep. I get why. In 1999, a waitress named Tonda was tipped a lottery ticket and won $10 million. She was sued by her co-workers for their share. Then she was sued by the customer who tipped her the ticket. Then she was sued by the IRS and almost kidnapped by her ex.
Yeah, I mean, if I won the lottery, if I straight up just won the lottery, I guarantee you there would be a shit ton of people showing up at my front door wanting their pound of flesh. You know why? Because, honestly, here's the thing. I would be very giving if I won the lottery. I would be very giving. I would want to help out people who have helped me out in the past. I would want to, ensure that my family is well taken care of and this and that and blah, blah, blah. I'd take care of Nick. I'd take care of Kate, Kathan, Jacob. I'd take care of my mom, my dad. I'd take care of everybody that I could. But that right there, man, I mean, being sued by your coworkers. No, here's the thing. She was tipped a lottery ticket. It was worthless. The lottery ticket before she won was worthless. So, I guarantee you, she was just like, can you believe that dude tipped me with a lottery ticket? And they were like, you keep it. He gave it to you. It's yours. And then I guarantee you...
This is why if you win the lottery, you don't tell everybody around you that you don't care about that much.
Well, thing is, I would want to give back. I would want to give back to
Well,
the
yeah,
people who
but you
helped
don't
get me
just
there.
like if you're a waitress working at a restaurant, you don't go back and be like, you remember that lottery ticket I got tipped the other day? It was worth $10 million.
No, I guarantee you she didn't do that. I guarantee you she called in and quit that day.
Could be.
And then I guarantee you when dude, if I won, it's making the local news. I guarantee you that's what happened. She made the local news. Her coworkers saw it. Her ex-boyfriend saw it. And the customer who saw. That's the thing. The customer also gave that as a tip.
Mm-hmm.
No, that is ridiculous.
Now, when it comes to winning the lottery, aren't there states or counties or whatever that, you know, don't allow you to anonymize yourself when accepting the money? I feel like it should be required that you at least have the option. If I won however much money in a lottery win, I sure as shit am not going to be telling anyone. Not until I know for sure that I can trust them. I've got people in my life immediately that I could go, dude, I just won $500 million. Yeah, I'm gonna give you 10 mil, or I'm gonna buy you a new car, I'm gonna buy you a house, I'm gonna blah, 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 do all this crap, you know? They know I'll take care of them. It's all these psychopaths like, oh, her ex that almost kidnapped her and such. And I understand, to a certain extent, the person that gave her the ticket going, oh, come on, please. Please, man. Look, it's a life-changing amount of money.
I guarantee I would probably do that too. I'd look at the coworkers, and if they weren't dicks to me, I'd be like, you know, if the court case goes through and she wins, I guarantee you, like, here's what I would do. The coworkers who didn't sue me, I would go to them directly and just be like, here's $100,000. Enjoy. And then the ones who did sue me, I would just be like, you're not getting anything. You wasted my time. You wasted everyone else's time. You wasted your time. You get nothing. And then for the person who tipped her, I would basically be like, all right, dude, I mean, here. You know, here's $1 million. There you go. Enjoy. And that's that. That's basically what it... That'd basically be it. But come on, dude.
For anybody. However, you tipped them a lottery ticket. Why? Probably because you thought it was fucking worthless, but it has enough sentiment behind it, I suppose, that, I don't know, maybe you two have rapport enough. However, no, the coworkers do not deserve a share. I'm sorry, it was tipped to them, and if they lost, you wouldn't be begging for a piece of the fucking paper, now would you? I don't know. This type of crap is just, nah. If you tip somebody, or you gift somebody a lottery ticket, and you do not specify, hey man, if you win, I get half, and they don't agree to it, then I'm sorry, you're shit out of fucking luck now.
Well, that happened in a movie called It Could Happen to You. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Basically, this cop didn't have any money on him to tip his waitress, and he says, tell you what, I got a lottery ticket, and I promise you that whatever I make from this, I will give you half of it immediately. And she was like, okay, like, if that's what you think, well, lo and behold, he wins. And his wife is furious. Like, well, I can't believe you promised her that. It's like, honey, it's my word. And plus, she's like, she let me slide on that, and I would feel bad if I didn't live up to it. So he goes back, and he's just like, and he shows up. He's like, hey, so you remember when I told you about the lottery ticket? And she's like, let me guess, better luck next time, huh? He's like, no, actually, I won $4 million, and was gonna give you half of that, like we arranged. And then she starts going ape shit, just flipping out. She's like, can't believe it. But anyway, yeah.
Now, ain't you? It's too bad. All right, hold on a second here. Even though the inside of the car was a rat hole, and Uncle moved from another car and sat down in front of me. I'm sorry, but I'm a man. Oh, man decides to dress up as schoolgirl to combat molesters on trains and ends up being molested. All right, congratulations.
Oh God, no.
Congratulations, my little cousin tried some. Oh, I see. That's great. That's great. I hope everybody has a good day.
Oh boy. Anyway, yeah. So, hold up. We got to end the video. So yeah, we've been going at this, looking over here, 1 hour and 14 minutes. God, we cannot shut the fuck, or rather, I can't shut the fuck up. Anyway, that's gonna do it. So, till next time, everybody. I'm Nate.
I am Nick.
Y'all be good people. See you in the next one. Bye bye.